Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining our Christmas Gala celebrating our ninth graduating class. We will begin momentarily.
Greetings to all that are watching our 2020 virtual 100 Black Men virtual Christmas Gala. We are proud of this year's ninth class to graduate from our Smart Academy. Over 250 graduates have earned this honor from the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock. We want to thank the parents and guardians for signing up their young boys. This is a challenging year for society. We will get back to normal social gatherings. I have confidence in us. This dedicated group of young boys made our organization proud of their participation. They were exposed to mentoring, the strength of education, the strength of health and wellness, economic development, and last but not least, leadership. Out of this group will come our future leader. Young men like peer mentee and senior Warren Medley has participated all 4 years in our SMART program. We are looking forward to continue to helping him become successful in his journey. Everyone needs a mentor. We thank all parents for trusting the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock to guide their son in a positive direction. We stand by our international slogan that what they'll see is what they'll be. I want to thank our sponsors. Without financial support, nonprofit like our organizations would not be able to provide these services. Thanks to all of our longtime chapter members and our new chapter members for their time. I want to say Merry Christmas to all. Stay safe and healthy.
Hello, my name is Jordan Grice, former Smart Academy mentee and current volunteer. The 4 pillars of success to the program are education, economic empowerment, health and wellness, and leadership development. Education is the key to opportunity and is embedded in the mission of our organization. Mentoring is the cornerstone of 100 Black Men of America, Incorporated, and its network of over 100 chapters. The social, cultural, emotional, and unique needs of youth, primarily African American males, are addressed through one-to-one and group mentoring relationships by 100 Black Men chapter members. Health and wellness is a vital component of a successful individual and a thriving community. The 100 focuses on the well-being of the whole person, physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual, through initiatives that raise awareness of health disparities and solutions and provide access to healthcare and wellness information that promote behavioral changes that result in healthier lifestyles, good nutrition, regular physical activity, and full ownership of one's health. For the last 20 years, we've helped develop countless community leaders. The 100's Leadership Development Program develops leaders in high schools and colleges, effectively bridging and positioning them for success as young professionals. Our commitment to Arkansas's economic and community development is still evident today. The organization's internal leadership development includes technical member training of every meeting. Economic empowerment is necessary to create a just society, but without empowerment, there is no self-sufficiency. 100 Black Men of America Incorporated promotes and fosters the ability of its mentees and members to be self-determined in creating dreams, pursuing them, and ultimately perpetrating those dreams and aspirations by establishing the mechanisms to sustain generational wealth. Through comprehensive curricula and training opportunities, our organization works diligently to promote economic self-sufficiency and break the cycle of generational debt. It is the goal of the 100 to leave a legacy of wealth building, which leads to debt-free living for the youth and communities we serve.
Hello, my name is Tony Hill. I'm a peer mentee of this year's Smart Academy. And today, I will be announcing the 2019-2020 officers. Chapter President, Kenneth Harris, Vice President, Wendell Scales Jr., Treasurer, Ed Jackson, and Secretary, Marcus Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us to celebrate our graduates and our Arkansas icons. This is just a reminder, all silent auction items can be located at 100 Black Men, greaterlr.org.
Good evening. I'd like to thank our sponsors and community partners for their contribution to our organization. Our work would never be possible without their vital support. A special thanks to the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center, a pillar in the African American community, and our headquarters. Thank you.
Good evening. This is Congressman French Hill. First, let me congratulate you on your graduation and thank you for inviting me to join tonight's ceremony. Though I'm sure we'd all prefer to attend the annual gala in person, I thank the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock for organizing this virtual setting and enabling us to recognize your achievements. I admire the resilience and tenacity you've displayed to reach this point, especially when you're considering all the additional challenges posed by COVID-19. I am a proud, longtime supporter of the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock and all the terrific work they have done and continue to do to inspire young men. Their success over the past 20 years has been wonderful. Through mentoring, pragmatic services, and other programs, the Greater Little Rock chapter has provided valuable assistance to our community's most valued asset, our young people. By introducing local business and industry leaders to our youth as role models with relatable backgrounds, 100 Black Men has been a driving force for success in our community. Though COVID-19 has presented a variety of challenges across our state, its disproportionate impact on minority communities has highlighted the inequity that remains in our society. Working alongside community leaders to improve access to opportunity is not just about greater equality, it's also about helping our young men pursue happiness, build better families, and create a better Central Arkansas community. By investing in our minority communities, especially in areas like education, infrastructure, and mentorship efforts like 100 Black Men, we encourage the younger generations to follow their dreams. The Greater Little Rock chapter of 100 Black Men has already helped lots of young men positively change the trajectory of their lives. You are proof of its success. Each of you has shown tremendous determination to overcome this year's hurdles and complete your graduation requirements. I congratulate each of you. I hope you will all continue to push yourselves, pursue a career that you're passionate about, and that one day You too will serve as an inspiration for future generations to be what they see. I wish each of you the very best of luck in the days ahead. And if I can ever be of assistance to you, please don't hesitate to reach out. I thank my friend Muskie Harris for inviting me to speak tonight, and I hope you all have a healthy, wonderful holiday season.
I'm Muskie Harris. I'm president of the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock. We're a national mentoring program where we take young men and we develop their morals, principle, and character and help them to be productive, constructive individuals.
His father, my son, died 3 years ago. And so, he really doesn't have a lot of male mentorship. I'm impressed by all the men and willing to give up their time to help our, young Black boys to be successful and, help them gain some knowledge and give them some ideas to help them along in life, because we, our Black men, nothing's easy for them.
We're holding and mentoring them at this age of 13 to 17 so that they can develop to be productive, constructive individuals with the talent that they have now been exposed to, the education that they now have acquired, and how fast the world is moving. They need to have the tools in place.
I am 12 and I am in the 6th grade. I heard it from my uncle because he's been talking about it for a long time. Fired me up.
I came to the program today to, one, because I really love and support the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock, an organization. Also, my nephew is starting today, is a member of the 100 Academy.
Why I'm here today is to become a young Black man and get my education.
That volunteers be a part of this organization, because it's the bloodline of what we do.
I'm here today because I wanted to connect with the mentees in the program. I think it's very important that we as the members take the initiative to reach out to them and let them know that they can reach out to us. They can talk to us about anything, and that it's just real men given real time.
But I love the fact that the 100 Black Men target specifically the youth. And they put in countless of hours, not getting paid, volunteer hours to make sure these young men get what they need to get a heads up in life.
I feel like it would be beneficial to him and me as well to just go out and find other older mentees to help us do life and try to figure out everything that's going on with ourselves.
I hope that for my child being around other positive figures, that he'll see that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. You know, there's nothing that you cannot achieve if you put that effort into it. So I'm just really excited about this program.
If this is gonna help me in any way, then I'm down.
When I came from Panama City, Florida, to play football for the Razorbacks in the early 80s for Lou Holtz, I thought the word triplets meant what most people do. 3 kids, 3 babies born around the same time to the same mother. I quickly learned when I got to the Hill, triplets had a whole different meaning. You know, I think it's fitting that Al McGuire gave Sydney, Marvin, and Ron that unique name, the fact that we can all include them in one quick term, triplets. You know, if you think about it, they are to Razorback basketball what Babe Ruth was to the New York Yankees, Michael Jordan to the Chicago Bulls, and then maybe even Tom Brady to the New England Patriots. I mean, they are the foundation. Anything that you have seen happen in Razorback basketball for the last 40 years, up to Coach Muss right now, is because of the triplets. And so what an amazing legacy. You know, all 3 of them being 6'4", all 3 of them being from Arkansas, and all 3 of them being good guys. You know, that's one of the things I find most special about the triplets is that they were great basketball players. They're the cornerstone of the Razorback basketball program, but it's their legacy off the court that year after year after year, they continue to give back to the community. I mean, how many times do you think they have been approached? Hey, would you help us raise money for this cause? Can we get the triplets together again? They've done it over and over, and they've never complained. They've always been selfless, and that's the thing that impresses me most, and that's why we're here again tonight. They're giving back of their time. They're giving back of their likeness and image to help a great cause. And so, I mean, I could talk forever about Sydney, Marvin, and Ron. Great guys, great players, but we have 3 great videos to watch to tell an even better story. Take a look.
Okay. Sydney, it has to be special to be honored with both Ron and Marvin.
Steve, you know, Marvin and Ron, we go so far back. It's like every time we see each other, it's like it was yesterday. And it's an honor because they meant so much to my basketball career. They mean so much to my overall life. And we're excited about being honored together.
Tell me what it was like, not when you were the triplets, but when you first got to the Fayetteville campus, both as basketball players and culturally.
It was very different. Of course, Marvin was in Conway, and I would play in the summer occasionally with Marvin, so he wasn't someone I did not know. Played against Ron when he was at Fort Smith Northside. And one thing I remember, Steve, I remember telling myself after I played against Ron, played against Marvin, Sidney, you need to get better because these guys are pretty doggone good. And then you go to a campus that culturally was so different than what I was accustomed to growing up in Little Rock. Fortunately, we had a very good support system of teammates and coaches, and that little circle made us feel somewhat at home, but it was still a difficult transition.
Talk about culturally how you guys changed the state. They're not only little black kids watching you, but they're little white kids with Sidney Moncrief's poster on the room, and it really changed life in Arkansas.
It did, because before that, it was, of course, it's still somewhat segregated. It was very segregated. You didn't see a lot of diversity, certainly on TV, definitely not in athletics, because if you recall, the games came on at 10:30 at night after the news came on. And I think once the state was captured by the success of the basketball team, and then the power of TV kicked in, because we were winning, people were staying up at midnight watching basketball games, all different ethnicities, all different socioeconomic backgrounds. They were watching the Razorbacks play basketball. It was very exciting. And for that brief moment, they didn't see color. They saw teamwork, they saw basketball players, they saw the University of Arkansas, they saw the state of Arkansas, and they were proud of what was happening within the state with basketball. And that's what made it so special. For that brief moment of time, ethnicity didn't really matter. Socioeconomic background didn't matter. We were all Razorbacks, and we were all pulling for the state.
Most of your adult life now, later adult life, has been spent working with kids. I mean, every event I see you at, whether you're speaking to groups or you're over at Hall High, I mean, you are relentless.
Yeah, our company, we are a people development company, but we work with adults and we work with young people also. And we bring home the theme of working as a team. We do teamwork seminars, we do entrepreneurship, we do a lot right now with diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we do workplace readiness. And nothing makes me more excited, Steve, than to feel like I coach someone to understand a principle that they did not understand before they had a workshop. It's similar to being a basketball coach, except you get that instant gratification and players can't leave your program. Just like they do if you were a college coach. The players are there, people are there for your workshop, and it gives me so much gratification when I do something to help people grow.
Racially, how do you think we are as a state, and how far have we come since you were growing up? I mean, and where do we have to go, do you believe?
Well, I think no one with a straight face can say we have made progress. I just think that's being unfair to people that have really worked hard to bring about equity, diversity, and inclusion. So we have made great progress. I think more progress needs to be made on economic issues. And I think more solutions need to be presented, and more engagement and collaboration needs to happen outside of your normal group. And that's what we're still fighting, because we always feel comfortable with people that look like us, talk like us, same look. That's natural. That's human nature. Yeah. No one should feel guilty about that. However, I think the progress needs to be made to where we start breaking down these walls and we start feeling a little bit more uncomfortable with developing a relationship or collaborating with someone that's different than what you are. And that's when the state will become great, when we start doing those things.
How important is it to have a good mentor in your life? Even at your age, probably, you got coach elders, but someone even other than your parents that can take an interest in you and show you the right way to do things.
It's so essential. And I had it with coaches, everyone from Coach Johnny Greenwood to Coach Charles Ripley, Coach Elders, Coach Foster, Coach Sutton. I can go on and on about those type mentors. But I tell you what, kids nowadays have so many options to have people in their lives and giving them information that can transform who they are. And we need to continue to encourage mentorship, number one. And we need to continue to encourage parents and adults to be involved in the lives of all kids. Doesn't matter their ethnicity. We need to stop just targeting certain kids of skin color. Brown kids. Let's target kids throughout the state. Doesn't matter the color of the skin. Let's find ways to make them better and provide them with more support.
How about this honor where you're being honored because you're a great basketball player, but also you're a good man? How important is it to you that, it just didn't end with basketball, that Muskie sees, what you've done as men, the three of you?
They're going to be a person longer than they're going to be an athlete or an entertainer or whatever. And I knew early in life that I would have a short lifespan in basketball. Maybe I was 32, 33, and then I had all these other years that I needed to live my life. And you better live it being a quality person. And I think that's going to last a lot longer. It has lasted a lot longer. I can't shoot a jump shot anymore. I can shoot a step shot. Definitely can't dunk. No more two-hands dunks. But you can still be kind and nice and empathetic to people around you.
Delph comes dribbling out on the left-hand side. He'll stop, jump, shoot, score!
Marvin Delph came to the University of Arkansas from Conway. Eddie Sutton's first priority when arriving at Arkansas was signing Delph, and boy, did it pay off. The sweet shot helped get Arkansas to its first Final Four in 1978. Delph could fill it up on the offensive end, but he freely admits defense wasn't for him.
I was allergic to defense. I used to tell Coach Sutton all the time, I said, look, you didn't bring me up here to play defense. The 3 Ds was discipline, dedication, and depth. I took the defense off.
Delph finished his Razorback career as the school's all-time leading scorer. He's now number 7 on the list. He averaged almost 20 points per game as a junior. Delph averaged more than 16 points a game as a sophomore and as a senior. But he says he learned a lot more than just scoring as a Hog.
Coach Sutton was a teacher. He taught you how to go set a screen. I was learning stuff about basketball. I was like, wow, my mind was being blown every day.
Delph turned down the NBA to play with athletes in action. He said the Lord led him that way. Delph is still doing the Lord's work. The 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock's pillars are mentoring, education, health and wellness, economic development, and leadership. Well, Delph had some great mentors as a young man, one being Eddie Sutton.
Coach Sutton used to always challenge us to not only represent the university athletic department, but to represent your family, represent your state, and go out and make your mark in the world and do something positive. I've always had that in the back of my mind all these years, regardless of what endeavor I was involved in. I always wanted to do something that was right and that was going to be a blessing to other folks.
These days, he's giving it his best shot by developing mentees' life skills to be constructive, productive, responsible citizens. Marvin Delph, a great shooter and a great man.
Marvin Delph, big turnaround right there. It looked like they might get the 5-second call, get the jump ball. Instead, they come out with
some of the pillars of the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock. We're talking about mentoring, education, leadership, health, and economic development. And Muskie really wanted you to speak on that, especially for our young people that are watching this video tonight.
Black people or Black families or Black men, Black women, all in general are doing some things in their community to make a difference. Trying to own our own business, also trying to educate ourselves to be able to go out there and to be able to run an organization the right kind of way. The opportunities that we need to have more so than anything is having our Black young people to be able to interact in corporate America, to realize what it is to be able to be CEOs of companies and to be able to manage big time companies and to be able to have upper echelon kind of positions. And so for that to happen, we have to start now putting our young people in those kind of positions to realize that they can get those things done.
And Ronnie, what would you say to the young people that are watching this video tonight about the keys to success as we talked about economic development, health, and I guess the number one thing, And I know it was very important to you. You carried it and passed it on to your son. But education, could you talk a little bit about that?
We sometimes have roadblocks in front of us, and it's been there for many years, for many decades, and we got to knock those roadblocks down. And one of the things that we can do to do that is to get a quality education, because that's something that they cannot stop us from actually having and achieving. And from that, it'll open up doors for us to be able to put our foot through there to go out and make a difference. One of the things that you have to realize is that most kids can do whatever they want if they put their mind to it, and that's what it's all about. But you got to make sure you prepare yourself, prepare your mind, your body, and your spirit for it to happen.
The importance of giving back to their community, and once with your success and you giving back and mentoring, if you could talk a little bit about that for a lot of our young people that are listening, how important it is to give back.
Well, it's a major part of growing up, because I couldn't do it alone. That I had a lot of people that was in my corners, assisting me and pushed me along the way to try to help me to be successful. And so what I pretty much tried to do was just share the same message. Realize that you didn't get there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that there's a lot of people that helped you along the way. And those people you don't ever forget. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, it puts a kind spirit in your heart.
What would you say to some of the young people that are watching this video tonight on the keys to success that they can work on right now to make a difference in their life?
First of all, don't forget where you came from. That's very important. That don't forget where you came from. Sometimes when we go out there and we become successful, we forget where we come from, and that's the backbone of success. Because when we say going back into the community, see, it's a reason I go back into the community. I was raised up through the Boys and Girls Club, and I do a lot of things through the Boys and Girls Club to this day. And my kids do a lot of things through the Boys and Girls Club. My family does a lot of things through the Boys and Girls Club, because that's kind of how I got my start. And so what I'm saying, don't ever forget where you came from, because those same people are going to need you.
Mentoring, education, and leadership, health and wellness, economic development, 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock, the 2020 Gala, Christmas here for our young people. Again, you heard it from a legend. Work hard to be the best that you can be in life.
Hello, my name is Dr. Joseph L. Jones. On January 27, 2020, the Greater Little Rock chapter of 100 Black Men founded Arkansas's very first Collegiate 100 chapter on the campus of Philander Smith College. The Collegiate 100 is an auxiliary arm of the 100 Black Men, primarily for college students who are interested in advancing the 100 Black Men's agenda of economic empowerment, health and wellness, education, and mentorship. Philander's chapter joins the ranks of 50 other collegiate chapters in the United States. We at the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock are proud to be part of an effort that works with college students so that they too can help change our communities and one day join us by becoming 100 Black Men members. Thank you and happy holidays.
As you know, nothing about 2020 has been ordinary, and our work within the community could not be done without dedicated and passionate members. I'm excited to announce the names of 4 extraordinary gentlemen I know will embody and uphold our mission of improving the quality of life within our communities through mentoring, education, health and wellness, and economic development. The gentlemen are Lee Miller, Esquire, Brock Talley, PhD, Henry Robinson, and Russell Williams III. Gentlemen, will you face me and raise your right hand? I repeat your name, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the 100 Black Men of America, Inc., and to faithfully carry out the duties and responsibilities of membership of the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you our newest members, Lee Miller, Brock Talley, Henry Robinson, and Russell Williams III. Let's give them a hand.
The purpose of the 100 Academy Mentoring Program is to effectively mentor young men between the ages of 13 to 17 by providing them with education, support, and guidance. The program is designed to improve the self-esteem and self-efficacy of the mentees by granting them access to chapter members and their life experiences. Our chapter motto is Real Men Giving Real Time. "2020 Smart Academy." SMART, which is an acronym for Success, Motivation, Academics, Respect, and Trust. SMART Academy is an 8-week mentoring program designed to provide a variety of life lessons and skills to our mentees. On October 24th of this year, we kicked off with the program introduction and orientation. On October 31st, there was a historic 9th Street walking tour through Dreamland in MacArthur Park featuring Mr. Brown. November 7th, we discussed financial literacy, understanding finance and its impact. On November 14th, we tackled Black history and social justice with Dr. Joseph Jones. On November 21st, the mentees explored opportunities at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff with Dr. Talley. And we concluded on December 5th with a master class and also a connection fellowship with the 100.
At this time, we will recognize our Class 9 graduates. Xavier Ballard, Cohen Hughes, Christian James. Deshaun Griggs, Kyron Owens, Caleb Thompson, Adrian Robinson. Toranda Hendricks Jr., Tyreek Hendricks, Landon Payton, Kirby KJ Owens, Makai Settles, and Ellis Williams. Please celebrate and give a warm clap to our Class 9 100 Smart Academy mentee graduates. Congratulations. Each year, our dedicated support system is comprised of our peer mentees. These peer mentees go above and beyond supporting our new cohort of Smart Academy mentees. For that, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to your continued work in developing our young men within our 100 Smart Academy. Thank you. This is just a reminder. Our silent auction is extended through Christmas. Check out all items and make your bid now at 100 Black Men, GreaterLittleRock.org. On December 12th, Edwin Alfred Jackson departed this life. He was not only our brother, he was a father, an uncle, a brother, a mentor, a deacon, a co-worker, and so many other things. For over 21 years, he dedicated his time to mentoring both in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Little Rock, Arkansas. We are thankful for the time that you poured into each and every one of us. We are thankful for the opportunities that you provided throughout the community. And while you're not with us physically, we know your spirit will be with each and every one of the individuals you poured into over the last 21 years. For that, we thank you, we love you, and we appreciate you.
Good evening. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Will Phillips, and I'm a member of the 100 Black Men of Greater Little Rock. We'd like to thank each and every one of you who participated in this event. We know it's been a bit unusual, but 2020 has been an unusual year. We hope that you've learned something and that you will take what you've learned and what you've seen and extend it to those who are around you. Let's help make the Greater Little Rock and the state of Arkansas better. We'd also like to thank our sponsors. Your largesse is what has allowed us to put on this program and allowed us to reach out into the communities around us. We thank you, thank you, thank you, and hope that you'll stay in touch with us and help us to do bigger and better things. We'd also like to say thank you to the parents for loaning us your most precious commodity, your gems, your young men.